Hello everyone, this is going to be a new Toni Talks, and it's going to be the first one in front of a microphone, an actual recording microphone within a usual workplace where I record all the stuff and not recording where the audio recorder that I usually take with me. So yeah, this should be of better quality. I actually planned to release this Toni Talks back in December last year, but it didn't turn out to be well produced enough for my taste. So I've got the recording laying around here a bit. It really sounds noisy and I wasn't able to clean it up properly without it sounding bad, basically. So that's why I'm doing this all over again. And it was a bit too long for my taste. What am I talking about today? I'm talking about the last year. What happened last year and what am I going to do this year? Which might actually be interesting to some of you. So let's do how do I put this? Let's discuss the last year. What happened? Well, obviously I started the YouTube channel, right? And I started back in June, I think, or May, where I uploaded my first video, and I wasn't actually doing a regular schedule back then. I just uploaded the video because I felt like doing it. And it turned out to be quite successful on my channel. It was the first video on my channel was about the Peak Watcher, because I noticed that on the mailing list a lot of people were asking about the new Peak Watcher that just came out back then, and because Scott and Jamie and all the great people over at Zasara reworked the Peak Watcher, and this was quite a big deal back then because a lot of people were basically confused because they couldn't follow their usual workflow. And I thought, well, sometimes an audio demonstration says more than 1,000 words. And I created one, and it was kind of successful, as I already said. And then I noticed this isn't too hard. Let's continue with that sometime later. And I thought, why not create this video and that video? And then I found myself in not a loop, but I ended up doing this regularly. Every Monday, a new video would come out. Sometimes this was easier and I had it almost finished on Friday. Sometimes I even had to sit down Monday morning and produce and cut and master and everything and upload it so that it could come out at the usual scheduled time, which is 12 p.m. On my end here over in Germany. And that was kind of a hurry sometimes. But yeah, it worked out. And I'm doing this because it's fun. Even when I'm procrastinating and pushing it further and further away until it's literally too late. It still is fun. I enjoy doing this. And taking a look at the subscribe count, I'm at 253 subscribers right now at the time of recording this little audio, which is incredible. I once had a little Let's Play YouTube channel in German back then, and it had 36 subscribers. It even has today, which is kind of neat because I don't upload videos there since 2014 or 15, which is almost 10 years by now. Holy moly, time flies. Anyway, so this is a lot. 253 people enjoying my content, hopefully. And I started posting community information, which is kind of neat because sometimes I'm thinking like this is something great that I want to tell my community. All of them need to know that this is a thing. And then I'm like, yeah, if I do a video on this, it's literally just 2 minutes long, which is too short. I could probably create a short out of this, but I've never uploaded a short so far. I personally don't like shorts at all. They just clutter my subscription box and everything. So this is something that I don't want to do. And that's why I said, well, let's try community posts. And initially, I thought community posts are only available to people, to channels with 500 subscribers. Then I just thought, why not check out if the community tab exists? And it existed, and I was able to post a post. And then I thought, yeah, that's great news. That's something awesome. And I'm using this quite a bit. I'm pushing out at least one community post every 2 weeks. Sometimes it's one per week. I do struggle with finding topics for new videos, not because there isn't a lot to talk about, but because I myself have to learn a lot, and it's hard to learn one new thing that is worth putting out a video for per week if you have a 40 hours work week and, you know, a partner to care for and a flat that needs to be cleaned and everything. Sometimes you, and then there's times where you just want to get into the loop, where you want to put all your skills into work and create something that is awesome. Right now, I've got a new sound design project running, which I'm actually learning quite a bit from. And I will probably put this into new videos in 2023 as well. So we are 253 people. This is really, really a lot, and we are still growing. And I love to see this. This is awesome. There were quite a few videos, especially at the end of December, which were really huge. We had this Audient video collaboration with Scott, which is really, really awesome, because we finally have the Audient drivers put into place. Accessibility-wise, they are available. Audient is 100% accessible now. The interfaces are great. They do sound great. They are reasonably priced, and they are now accessible. This video is great. Really had fun having Scott and supporting the channel, supporting me, supporting the community, all the blind people out there who consume, or not consume, that's probably the wrong word, right? Who actually watch the videos and learn something from it and take something away from the videos, which is awesome. I really love this. It's not about the views and the clicks and everything. It's about you learning something from the materials that I provide. And in the end, I'm just putting together all the stuff that I've learned from the mailing list, from the WhatsApp group. And there are so many helpful people in there. So if you haven't already subscribed to the mailing list and or followed the WhatsApp group, then do so. Links are in the video description as usual. So yeah, this is something that is probably going to continue, right? We are growing and I will upload videos, try to stay in time. From time to time, there might not be a video, as was the case with the 2nd of January, if I'm not entirely wrong. I just ended up having visitors. I hadn't time. I didn't find the time to actually produce one. So this was a thing. And it will probably be the case in the future. I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm not really the organized man when it comes to producing and doing my stuff on time. I mean, I always hold deadlines, but knowing my skill, I always sit down until the very last moment and then start doing things. Most of the time turns out good, but this second, or with this time it doesn't or didn't. I'm actually kind of surprised that I actually managed to do this for so many months, because I was on vacation for quite a few weeks in there. I had a 3-week vacation back in September, at the end of August, start of September, and I managed to produce 3 videos in advance so that you would have something on schedule. This feeling there was nice, and it turned out well. So this is great. I really love this. I started to build my own web presence, which is available on toni-bart.online. If you want to check it out, go ahead. This is still a work in progress, but it's already there. I do have a dedicated music page on there, and I will probably post more on that page. Dedicated music samples and everything, which is a perfect lead into what we are going to do in this year, 2023. I'm going to upload more videos, obviously. I am planning to do more music. And right now, I'm actually struggling to write efficiently within Reaper. I found the MIDI editor to be great, but it's not the workflow when switching between tracks and always having to back out of the MIDI editor, reopen it, because multiple MIDI items and using control up and down arrow and all this kind of stuff, it doesn't feel really performant enough to be a fluent workflow for me. So I'm actually trying out tools like the Quick Windows Sequencer or MuseScore actually, for writing music. As soon as I want to arrange it, Reaper's just fine. That's awesome. But composing, I feel it can be more performant, more efficient. The workflow can be more fluent if it's not Reaper. And that's why I'm actually trying out things. I decided to go into sound design a bit, which is what I'm doing, and I'm planning to create videos on that. So if you're interested, stay in the loop. I receive questions about OBS quite often, so I will probably do 1 or 2 more videos on that. Yeah, what else is there? Probably a bit. Planning to do more sample library reviews. I actually ended up doing almost 1 per month, and this seems to be a rather good ratio, because the sample library reviews obviously are the most work. It's not just talking, it's cutting all the reviews, the preview samples and everything, recording the stuff. For example, the choir library review thing that I uploaded at the end of December was almost 2 hours of raw material, which I had to cut together and everything. And I would probably stick with the 1 video per month ratio for sample libraries. It's going to be a slow progress, but it's going to be there. And that's what it counts, right? It's not about the clicks. It's about you learning and taking something away from it. So that is the plan. And I am actually planning to do a lot more for you guys. I'm still figuring out something like an orchestra template for creating orchestral music, which is kind of a big deal. There already is something like an orchestral track or orchestral template for Reaper OTR, which is freely downloadable on the web, but it's an entirely customized Reaper experience, which does have visually impaired features. It does have an entire new layout, but thing is, the one person that asked the developer to create this didn't know that Osara is a thing, so he entirely recreated the interface of Reaper by mapping different keystrokes to other actions and everything. So basically everything is done from scratch. You would have to learn a lot new stuff when not working with Osara in this Reaper situation. That's bad. I don't want this to be the case. And this is also really, really complicated, which is great because it basically accommodates for everything that is possible. You can create stems on the fly. It has all the reverb rooms and FX already set on the template and everything, and you just need to insert the instruments. It has all the track templates ready, and they're working together with orchestral tools by providing dedicated templates for their instruments and everything. So that's awesome. But apart from that, that's not the approach I want to take. I want to create an extra track template or project template for orchestral mockups and everything. That is something that I don't know if I can do this in 2023. I know that I had a similar situation at the end of 2021 where I thought I had found a viable solution, but I didn't. But I'm gonna continue slowly but steadily, because it takes sighted people's help to create track templates for all the orchestral libraries out there, prepare them, and put them into a repository which is available online and installable via Repack. That repository is already there, and I'm planning to make this available on my website. And you can just put it into Repack and install everything there is from there. There are already quite a few things included in this repository, and it's the hub to stay up to date with all the scripts and templates and all the stuff that I do. There is XSE chords, my Reaper scripts for accessibly inserting chords really quick. There is IntelliQuant, which is a script that I'm doing for Scott and some other friends, which is an intelligent quantizing algorithm for quantizing, for example, human played drum samples and everything. So there's quite a bit in there. It's basically a hub for collecting all the scripts from a visually impaired community, from the RWP and the Reaper WhatsApp group, putting it all into one place so they can just pop in the URL, synchronize it, and install whatever you want to do, and install and use from there. That's something that I can only recommend you to check out. I'm also planning to have something set up like a Patreon or something, but I need to do the legalities for the law stuff first, like make sure that I'm actually allowed to get money apart from my daily job. So that's something that you need to take care of. Here in Germany, you can just open a Patreon and collect money and be done with it. The other question is, what can I offer you? So it's basically a support. I don't need your support. That's something that I need to say. I don't need your support. I am working full day or full week, basically a 9-to-5 job, more or less, with a lot of home office possibilities. But yeah, anyway, I do have the money. But then again, doing this for you, although it is really fun and I'm doing this for you, it takes time that sometimes isn't there, and I still want to do the videos. And especially as soon as it comes to creating track templates and presets and all this stuff for the orchestra libraries, which are easy to use for visually impaired people, which is not always the case, because you do have key switches which need to be named. You do have settings which are not available for complete control things. So we probably need to create new presets and map controls in addition to the ones that are already there. And all this kind of stuff takes time from sighted people who are not me, obviously. And time is money. And even though they are, most of the time, they are friends in doing this because they want to help me, it's nice to have something to compensate them for their work, because it can take some time to do this. And I am actually thinking about the model that I want to apply here, giving you everything for free anyway, and having you support me if you want to, like having your names read out at the end of videos and stuff that people do with Patreon and supporters and everything, you know, the drill. Or if I actually want to put my templates behind a Patreon paywall thing, which is probably not what I want to do. Or if I do something like a one-time payment lifetime thing where you pay me $10 and get access to all my templates and all updates for free for the rest of your life, something like that. I don't know, but I feel like especially the compensation for the sighted friends of mine is really important. So I think about doing something like this. I do already have a Buy Me a Coffee and a PayPal, which is already available on my website. Check out toni-bart.online. If you want to support me, it's really appreciated. You can be sure that the money is not like ending up in my pocket and doing nothing and making me happy. It's actually going directly into, I don't know, taking my partner out for dinner to compensate for her hard work on templates, for example, or buying an additional pack of coffee so they can make her coffee while she is clicking a lot through all the templates and KK windows that need to be clicked in order to have my templates properly configured. All this kind of stuff. You know what it takes to do this. You probably ended up in a situation similar to this where you needed sighted help and you either had to call a service, which obviously costs money, or you had to have a friend sit down next to you and do the job for you. And this can take some time, you know. If you appreciate the work that all the people are doing for me and in the end for you, then you can support me and I will make sure to forward it to the people. That's for 2023. I will continue writing scripts. If you need a dedicated script for Reaper or something that isn't yet there, or you want your workflow to be improved in some way or another, then feel free to reach out to me. Either write a comment, check out my channel description, and write me a mail. Go onto my website and pick one of the ways to contact me there. I do have multiple ways to contact me. Write me on Twitter, write me an email, reach out to me via Threema if you have that, which is a messaging app which is quite popular over here in Germany and Switzerland and all that kind of stuff. The European region, basically. You can find all the details on my website. So go ahead and check that out. If you want something like that, like custom-made scripts, you know, just reach out to me. I had a few people do that and it worked out to be quite well. I can't promise to be, you know, on time. Like if you have something that needs to be done today because tomorrow you need this to work for a client or something, that's probably not going to happen because, as I said, I've got a lot of work to do. My plate is rather full. But if you like, this would be nice to have, and it doesn't matter if it takes a week or a month, but it would be great to have, then, you know, get in touch. I'm always happy to help. And if it's something that I find is useful for not just you, but the entire community, then we are helping each other again. Because it will probably end up in the repack repository and everyone can use it if that's fine with you. get in touch and we can figure out the details. Well, that's there. The biggest thing that I really want to do this year is do more music. I already thought about doing one song per month or something like that, but really that just puts on the pressure, and that's not what I want, because I'm planning other things in my private life as well, like studying PhD and stuff. So this is not what I want, but I want to put more of my free time into doing music, composing, especially arranging a lot. I've got covers here that I want to finally finish and upload to the channel, so that I have music material available on the channel for you to actually learn from, because I will do review videos of how I did things, and all the stuff that comes with uploading new music. This is in the end a channel that shows my progress on my way. That's what was the original intention behind the channel. Giving you a channel where you can follow along with my progress on things and learning from the mistakes I made and from the successes that I ended up having. And right now it doesn't look like it, right? You get a lot of tutorial videos, but this in the end is just me progressing through learning all the features that Reaper has. And I'm giving that back to you in a quite dense and compressed way, so that you can take it up as well. That's the entire idea behind it. And that's going to continue this year. Let's hope that we can come up with like 50 new videos this year. Maybe even more. This video, for example, won't be a Monday's video. It will probably go up on Thursday or something like that, because it's a Toni Talks, and Toni Talks usually don't get too many clicks and views, and I don't want this to be your Monday morning wake-up video, because you're probably not going to listen to me anyway. But you will get another nice video on Mondays, and if you actually listen to this video and made it so far, then write a comment below the video, because I really love to get in touch with you. I'm with 253 subscribers. I'm at the amount where YouTube doesn't even send me mails anymore when I get a comment, which is weird, because until this point I always received a mail when I received a comment on my channel. Right now I have to go into the channel details and the content editor, what this thing is called, the video manager, and check if there are comments, because I don't get mails anymore, which is awesome. On the one side, because there are so many people, and on the other side, I need to check manually. But yeah, really, let me know what you think. What should I do different than the videos last year? Where can I improve? What should I change? Is there any topic that you are especially interested in when it comes to audio? Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Really, I'm interested in all kind of things related to audio. Doesn't matter if it's voiceover, if it's music production, composing, arranging, songwriting, whatever, sound designing, whatever it is. Let me know in the comment section. And if you just want to say hi, then please do so. I will definitely either respond with hi or heart your comment. Yeah, it's usually my sign of showing you, yeah, I noticed that you wrote a comment and I really appreciate it. That's when I put a heart below your comment. And absolutely correct me. If you find a mistake in one of my videos, correct me. Please do. I will most likely pin your comment so that everyone after you is able to quickly see that you found something that I either missed or just plainly got wrong. I'm just a person learning, and you do mistakes. You make mistakes on the way. That's how learning works. You learn by making mistakes. You will not learn without making mistakes. And please correct me. And I think that I will start maybe in 24 or something to create videos on topics that I stand corrected, and correct them by, re-uploading them, recreating them, and putting it right. But not 23, probably. But yeah, thanks for listening. This is kind of me rambling about the last year and the year to come. I hope you all ended up well this year, like celebrate Christmas if you actually did, and ended the year well. And yeah, are now back in the loop and doing your typical day-to-day business that comes with life. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And hope to read you soon, and hope to listen you, or you can listen to me soon again next Monday. Bye-bye.